Welcome to The Zip, Deadline Detroit's weekly newscast, now part of Deadline TV. Yes, there are new shows coming, but only if they rhyme with the word zip. Rudy Giuliani took one step closer to his destiny as America's Fox News grandpa this week. He tweeted an endorsement of GOP Senate candidate Don James, who is apparently running against Senator Debbie Stabenow, but the problem is that's the wrong name. His real name is John Jamerson, James Johnson, John James. And because the humiliation of Michigan candidates is never ending, Kellyanne Conway urged her Twitter followers to vote for Bill Schuster. This follows her boss misspelling Schuette's name in an endorsement tweet last year. Elsewhere in politics, Lena Epstein did not have a good week. The GOP candidate for the 11th District congressional seat was roundly shamed by others in the Detroit Jewish community. First, she invited a Jews for Jesus rabbi who's been rejected by the Jews for Jesus. And then more than 50 of her contemporaries signed a letter calling her an extremist. The overall reaction in the Jewish community? Oy vey. Oy vey. Oy vey. Karen Springer is no longer the Macomb County Clerk. Thankfully, a lawsuit reveals some bizarre details of her brief reign. The top revelation? She suggested that the county add restrooms to its offices by putting toilet seats over holes in the floor and adding some fecal-eating worms. Gross. Even the fecal-eating worms would be disgusted by that idea.
You know what? That's fucking gross.
Side note, fecal-eating worms would be a great name for a band, just saying. And now for another bad MSU story. First off, what is in the water up there? The latest scandal involves Scott Westerman, who handled alumni relations for MSU. The university report says that Westerman sent sexual texts and emails to an undergrad. He's also accused of making sexual advances toward the woman in a hotel room. What does he have to say for himself? He says he doesn't remember the hotel room incident. The Pistons are in Philly Saturday afternoon. The team started out winning the first 4 games of the season, but since then, the Pistons have lost 3 in a row. Hours later, the listless Red Wings take on the Edmonton Oilers at Little Caesars Arena. And finally, Conan O'Brien will be in Detroit Sunday night at the Fillmore. Come back to Deadline Detroit for more in our rapidly expanding TV empire. Watch out, Fox. The Trip, our relationship advice show, goes up on Monday, and over the weekend we'll be posting Pete Carmanos' sit-down with GOP gubernatorial candidate Bill Schuette. And that's it for The Zip. Don't forget to vote on Tuesday, and we will see you next week.